Hello and welcome to the Hot Dog and Handshake Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, Jayden and Shane. Joining me is my co-host, Shane Price. Shane, how you doing this week?
I'm alright.
All right. So for this week's collar and elbow question, it is the first episode of the month. So I will be asking you, who was the December performer of the month? Who would it give to
Feel
just
like
of December?
there's one option here
Mm-hmm.
in terms of wrestling. I think it's Jon Moxley.
Okay. I thought about Jon Moxley. He was a close second for me. I ended up giving it to Gunther. I thought he had an incredible month. I thought everything was seen as retirement was perfect. I think he did really well, and he in the weeks after carried that into a story and into he did really well continuing that off the back of the Cena retirement. So I went with Gunther, but I thought about Moxley. It was between those two for sure. Next up, outside the ring news. The first from AEW, Mercedes Martinez and Matt Taven gone from All Elite Wrestling. Any thoughts on where they may end up?
Who's the first one?
Mercedes Martinez.
Martinez.
Former Ring of Honor Women's Champion.
Matt
Matt Taven feels like
a
a TNA guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he feels like a TNA
Mercedes
guy.
kind of feels like her last indie run.
Yeah, she has
She's
said this
done
is
it for
her
the
last
year.
full-time year in wrestling. What do you say?
It's her last year, so I would think that she's just gonna do a big indie run and call it good.
Yeah, I think she'd be interesting to see in Japan too. I don't know where you would want to put her in the Japanese wrestling landscape, but I think she could have an interesting run as a veteran gaijin type. But so yeah, hopefully they do continue to work and find a good place for that. From WWE, Matt Cardona is a WWE superstar, not Zack Ryder, like we saw in the My Time Is Now tournament or the Last Time Is Now tournament. What do you think of this? What do you think of Cardona, the quote unquote indie god, going back?
What is more indie than signing with a big company and not dropping your belts and pulling off your dates?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Even in the end, he's still representing the Carney. I mean, good for
Yeah.
him. This was always the goal, so
Important to note,
I can't be that
his
mad.
yeah, but he's on WWE contract, and his company makes toys for AEW. He's making money from both sides.
He plays to
He's
win
the
the game.
ultimate Carney. Yeah. And then Netflix officially is the home to WWE's PLE library. Everything is on Netflix now, apparently. I haven't heard of any glaring omissions to that, but so yeah, Netflix is now no more Peacock. It did just say PLE library. I don't know about shows. I don't know if all of Raw and SmackDown are on there now, or I can't hear you. What would you say?
Peacock, it's
I think
not
your
even done
mic
if
cut out.
Peacock still has like NXT shows and
Okay. It also only
like
says
for
WWE.
stuff.
Does
So
that include ECW and WCW? I didn't even think about that until now.
no, they're slowly
Okay.
putting
Is
events
that
the on the YouTubes,
okay?
which includes 2001 Thunders.
Nice.
Really starting off of a bang.
Yep. Yeah. So is ECW WCW still on Peacock, or is that just gone for now?
No, it's
Is
gone
that
too.
just
It's gone. It's gone.
that's gone too?
ECW is not even anywhere right now.
What? So if you look up WWE on Peacock, they still got
You get
SmackDown,
NXT and SmackDown.
NXT
That's it.
stuff, Saturday night's main event, um, and a few original show things. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. It seems kind of like a mess. But I guess we'll see. We'll see where the rest of that goes. That could very much affect our classic review series and finding stuff. Um, so we'll see. Hopefully they get that figured out and get everything somewhere we can find it. Um, Other news here: Sonata is taking an indefinite leave from New Japan. Do we know why? Have you seen any reason why he's?
I haven't seen
No.
anything other than him announcing he was leaving on an entrance, but other than that, I haven't seen anything.
Okay. So yeah, well, I guess we'll see Sonata gone for the foreseeable future. Hopefully everything's okay and he can come back and continue to wrestle, but we'll see where that goes. In other New Japan news, the Bullet Club is now defunct. The War Dogs and the former members of LIJ that were going by unaffiliated are now Unbound Co. What do you think of this? What do you think of these two squads fully forming? And what do you think Bullet Club, about 12 and a half years, 69 members, legacy of Bullet Club?
Like 7 years too many, and 7 years too many, and like way too many members.
Yeah.
Remember Bullet Club Jeff Jarrett?
I'm aware of Bullet Club Jeff Jarrett, yes. um,
It makes
it's hard to really like put into words the impact Bullet Club did have, though. Really feels like Bullet Club reinvigorated the even from Japan. They reinvigorated the American indie scene and they reinvigorated professional wrestling at a time where WWE was really fully in a monopoly. And of course, the Young Bucks, Kenny, Cody, Hangman, all Bullet Club. That without Bullet Club and that they're reaching popularity, we don't get AEW. So it is a really important stable. Um, Obviously, revitalize the career. I mean, maybe not revitalize, but really interesting for the career of AJ Styles. It was the first place it was where Jay White broke out of. It was there's a lot of great stuff that came from the Bullet Club. Even in the later years, giving us guys like, unfortunately he had to retire, but Alex Coughlin and Gabe Kidd and Drilla Maloney, Clark Connors, and his fuck ass tire. I imagine the fuck ass tire will stay in Unbound
I
Co.
think
I
the
don't
fuck
know if
ass
we got
tire
word on that.
killed the Bullet Club actually.
Yeah, probably. What do you think of Unbound Co? And or do you think there will be any kind of leadership struggle here with Suji and David Finlay?
No, I think Dave Finlay is going to be out of there in a couple of weeks.
Is his
I
contract up soon or something?
every contract expires in January.
Hmm.
They all expire in January. So, but
But like, I imagine people sign multi-year deals. It's not like every year every New Japan contract comes up in January.
well, no, his is done, his is coming up soon. His is coming up soon.
Okay. Okay. Honestly, if he is out of there, he would be a really fun fit for the Bang Bang Gang for Bullet Club Gold, formerly known as. But um, I imagine he would be Orlando bound.
Yeah, I mean his brother and
Just
his
just
dad
the
are
family
there,
tie.
so it's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah. Who's his brother?
uh
Is it Obafemi?
Yeah, definitely. Uriah Connors.
Who?
Uriah Connors. He's in Chase U.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
Chase University.
That's still going?
I
Haven't they
guess.
killed that like 2 or 3 times?
Yeah.
I thought the university went bankrupt or something. Um, why didn't Chase U get a spot in the college football playoff?
They didn't play nobody.
Oh yeah, strained schedule makes sense. Last bit of New Japan news here. We will talk about Wrestle Kingdom in whole here in a little bit. But the Ichiban Sweet Boys won the IWGP Junior Tag titles at New Year's Dash. So congratulations to Fujita and Robbie Eagles on winning that. Quick hits. Just want to hear what your thoughts on this real quick, Shane. Bandito hosts free neighborhood wrestling show in his hometown. Thoughts?
I, you know, he's making his wrestler of the year case already. So shout out
Yep.
to him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Other than
Anything
that,
else?
it seems it seems like it's a nice thing to do.
What? Which Chicago wrestler do you think is most likely to do that?
Mustafa Ali,
Mm-hmm. Why is that?
just because Punk's too corporate now, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Danhausen is too weird.
Yeah.
It just feels like Ali is the most likely to give back to the community in a sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Um, from AEW this week, I want to talk about the budding love triangle between Toni Storm, Mina Shirakawa, and Orange Cassidy that Orange Cassidy is not even aware that he's in. Um, incredible, incredible idea for a storyline. I'm kind of upset I didn't think of it first. Honestly, it sounds like something I would come up with, but Tony Khan beat me to that.
Um,
That's just genius. Orange Cassidy in a love triangle that he's not even really aware of.
the headcanon the Orange Cassidy character is gay is my favorite part.
Yeah. Um. That's just what you get out of the conglomeration, right?
Oh yeah,
This kind of incredible storytelling. Um. And then Bandito versus the Beast Mordos was very good this week. I wanted to shout that out, as well as John Moxley versus Josh Alexander. Um, I like the new. I still fundamentally disagree with the idea of eliminators, but I like the new wrinkle that if the 20-minute time limit is hit, the person, the quote unquote challenger, I guess, gets their title shot. So you have to either beat the champion or last 20 minutes with the champion. I think that's interesting. Still, just do title matches and contenders matches. I don't know why we do this eliminator thing. It's never made sense, really, but it's whatever. What do you think? Anything else from Dynamite? Do you have any thoughts on Bandito and Mordos or Mox and Josh Alexander?
the segment before. I will say the segment before that, it ended, and I wasn't really even realizing it ended until the next one started. Um, just not what I expected from AEW, I guess.
With the love triangle.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know. AEW has been getting gayer and gayer in the best possible way. Um, I think it's a perfect way to differentiate yourself from WWE without outright being like, "Hey, fuck WWE," because WWE would never do anything like this. I don't know.
It's fair.
I think it's really interesting. Um, I don't know. Did you have anything else you wanted to bring up on it? Like, I mean, it is a. We're also seeing AEW integrate through this storyline specifically intergender wrestling more and more into their program and into their stories. I don't know what you got.
It's we're not going to see it like really in any company in the U.S. I don't think.
Like what? What do you
The,
mean?
the, the sponsors aren't going to allow it. I don't think.
What part of this storyline?
The internet wrestling.
Oh, the intergender wrestling. Yeah. I mean, they've been doing it. I mean, Daniel Garcia kicked Toni Storm in the face on Dynamite. Roderick Strong gave Marina Shafir a backbreaker. Like, they've been doing these intergender tags. We're yet to see them break the singles match barrier. That will be interesting.
No, I'm not sure we're going to. But Roddy Strong giving it back like to Marina Shafir is like the least worrying thing in their marriage. So
Yeah, yeah, that is true. I don't know. I think in a world where the people in charge of the sponsors are getting younger and more understanding of the idea of what professional wrestling is, I think we could see it more. I think it's more people would understand that pretty much everybody watching the show knows that it's a scripted performance and that it's not actually a man and a woman fighting. I think that's why it's something that's been really only on the indies, is because the people going to indie shows understand or can explain to someone who doesn't understand why that's not actually a big deal. You know what I mean?
mm,
You'll never see it in WWE. It's just too casual of an audience. But I think in AEW, with sponsors being, again, like, with just, as Gen X and millennials take more power positions at these places that sponsor AEW, I think you're more likely to see people understand what professional wrestling is. Because you're starting to see people who are in power who watched the Attitude Era. Like, that's still the peak of popularity in American wrestling. So there's so many people, like the people from that era that all watched that, are now ascending into places of power in these companies that I think can maybe understand more what professional wrestling is and allow something like intergender wrestling to go forward because they understand that it's not actually as taboo as maybe some older people thought it was. You know what I mean?
mm,
So, anything else on AEW?
no, not. I
I'm
mean,
sure you're still loving Maxwell Jacob Friedman's title reign. I'm sure you're so.
I like
I did.
I like that. I like that they've set up so many guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
If they
Hangman,
have
Kenny, Swerve, Joe,
the
Bandito,
next 6 months like pre-booked, pretty much.
Brody, kind of even throwing himself in there. Yeah, I
My
love
man
his.
has
He did a rhyming thing in his promo this week, which I thought was very Joel Gertner esque, and that's always a plus in my book. Um, because
you
we
know
all know
if they get
wrestling actually
if
peaked with
they
Joel Gertner.
if they get Joel Gertner to do anything in AEW for that Maxwell, my
Dude,
opinion will change.
Joel Gertner ring announcing Max at a pay per view, dude. That would
A
be
Philly one would be insane.
a Philly one. Yeah, Philly or New Jersey, either or. A Philly one
Wherever
or
they
a New
have the
Jersey
biggest,
one.
wherever they have the most slime balls at. So I guess New Jersey would work.
Yeah, Philly and New Jersey. um, do they have they announced many pay per views? I know Dynasty's been announced for Vancouver.
And that's it.
That's it.
We know Chicago's gonna get one. We know.
Yeah, usually Jersey gets one. Usually they go to Prudential
Yeah.
Center for at least
So
one.
like Full Gear or like World's End this time.
We know. I mean, also we know Revolution will be in L.A. and then of course All In's going to be in London this year. Um, so we'll see. Maybe they'll announce one for Philly, and we'll see. Um, on to Wrestle Kingdom.
Might as well.
Okay. There was a Young Lion match. I didn't watch that, so we can just kind of skip over that. Those usually aren't
I
very
had it.
eventful.
I had it on. I didn't realize that it was starting until I got back up and then I saw the entrance. I saw the exit. Like, cool.
Oh, okay. Um, so the first match we'll talk about El Phantasmo versus Chris Brooks, our first of several non-New Japan talent who participated in this show. I thought this was a fun little pre-show match here. I gave it 3.5 stars. Chris Brooks, of course, from DDT. And so, Shane, what did you think of this as a former DDT Ironman heavy metalweight champion yourself?
Chris Brooks is somebody I really enjoy. I really enjoy as a wrestler. So him getting his flowers here was pretty nice. Same with Balianaki and Antonio Honda on the sidelines. So it was a pretty good match. These two know each other, so it was always gonna be a good match. But
Mm,
it feels like it was DDT in New Japan, and I feel like it might have been too early in the card.
yeah. I think pre-show letting the white boys cook is a great idea for New Japan. I think that's a really fun concept. They just say hey, every pre-show, this is your Austin Reeves match of the night. We're going to let the white boys cook. It'll be a good
I think
10.
White Boys Cooking will be in the Yoda Suji dynasty reign.
I mean, yeah, half his stable are white boys that cook.
It's a good point. Great
Half
point.
his new stable, yeah. Um, then we had the New Japan Rambo for the never open weight 6-man tag team titles. Let me pull up a list here of everybody that was in it. So we had the match was won by TMDK, Hartley Jackson, Ryohei Oiwa, and Zack Sabre Jr. The former champions, of course, Master Wato, Toru Yano, and Yo. Bishamon and Oleg Bolton, which was my favorite team in this. Just on paper, I thought they're awesome. That's an awesome team, and I'd like to see more of them as a trio. The Bullet Club War Dogs, Clark Connors and the Knockout Brothers. From House of Torture, we had Rin Narita, Sonata, and Kanemaru. Kaisei Takechi, who I was not aware of going into this, and is apparently a Japanese singer. Was he like a what music does he do? Is he like a pop star, a rock star? Like what?
Oh, like it's Japan is weird, so it's
Yeah,
they
you're
are a
telling me.
pop group. They're a J-pop group. But
Okay. Okay. He teamed
he so
with. Oh, what's up?
the group's full name is the Rampage from Exile Tribe,
Okay. So he teamed with Shota Umino and Yuya Uemura, who are one of the more exciting tag teams in New Japan. And then Ryusuke Taguchi, Tiger Mask, and Togi Makabe. And finally, Team 150, Satoshi Kojima, Taichi, and Tomohiro Ishii.
which I feel like is the
Uh,
actual combined age.
yeah, I think it might be. What do you think of the Rambo?
It wasn't everything. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't bad, but it went too long, and it
Yeah, it
could have
went too
been
long.
better. I feel like it did.
I thought it was. I thought it was perfectly fine. I liked it. I was. It's the kind of thing where I was a little disappointed in that New Japan always announces everybody before, so there were no surprises. Other than me finding out that one guy was a J-pop star and not just like somebody from DDT or Noah or something that I didn't know about. Um, but okay, 1 second. Satoshi Kojima 55, Tomohiro Ishii 50, Taichi 45. They're actually 150 years old combined. You binked that.
Dude,
But I thought it
what
was
a
fun.
great team.
I would have loved like one AEW specifically conglomeration group like this. It would have been really fun if just like randomly Mark Briscoe, Roderick Strong, and Orange Cassidy were in this match. But still very fun. I gave it. Where are we at here? I have so many spreadsheets open. I gotta find the right one. I gave it 3 stars. That was the actual opener of the night, technically, I think. Um, and usually, even though usually the Rambo is the pre-show, that was the actual opener. And then we got into, for my money, the third best match of the night. Shuri and Saya Kamatani. What'd you think of this one, Shane?
They got more than 10 minutes. They got
Yeah,
more than
they
10
went
minutes.
nuts.
If you gave him
What'd you think?
15, this would have. If you gave him 15, this probably would have been in my top 3 matches of the night.
Mm-hmm. I still thought it was very, very good for a short match.
Well,
Like,
it
even
was
though it
great.
wasn't long, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4.25. Yeah, I gave it 4.25. Um, Anything else on it?
I, whenever it loads, I gave it.
Would you give it?
Batter right here. 1 second. Four and a quarter.
Okay, so we're the same. Next up was the 5-on-5 match between United Empire and the group now known as Unbound Co. For United Empire, it was Hanare returning from his injury, Callum Newman, Andrade El Idolo, Grado Khan, and the newest member of United Empire, Jake Lee. What did you think of Jake Lee joining the United Empire in this match, Shane?
Dude, the people hate Jake Lee, and I didn't know this.
They hate
People
him.
can't stand him. I didn't know.
So wait, do they hate him in like a good heel way, or in
In a
like a
Jey
Chris
Uso
Jericho in
comp way.
2025 way? Oh
In a
wow. Oh,
Jey
that's bad.
Uso comp
Oh,
way. Yeah, no, yeah.
oh god. Oh god. He's good though. He's a good wrestler though. Why do they hate him? Is this just one of those Zack Sabre Jr. things where it's just we're completely different audiences? Just
I think
something
so.
doesn't click for the Japanese fans? Huh.
They never. No. It's the American fans who are comparing him.
Oh, the American fans hate it. So it's a reverse Zack Sabre Jr. situation.
It's a house torture situation.
Oh, that's
I think
really.
he's fine.
Yeah, I think he's pretty good. I
These
mean,
these these people must have never.
he's
He's
not Suji or
interacting.
Takeshita, but like he's pretty good.
He has a very damn good match against Marufuji, which I mean,
What
most
were
people
the
have
complaints
pretty
about
good
him?
matches against Marufuji. He's
Yeah, no, that's the Marufuji's. That's the like the Japanese like Kurt Angle thing where everybody had a pretty good match with Kurt Angle. But yeah, what do they hate about him? Is it his like
the
his just
worst
his
push
character or
wrestler. The worst push wrestler in this decade.
Really, really.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sammy Guevara exists, guys.
That's from Ibu too.
I I fundamentally disagree with that. The worst push wrestler this decade, when Jey Uso's been world champion, when Sammy Guevara's had world title matches. God, I hate people. This is insane. All right, well, I thought it was a pretty fun reveal. I thought it was pretty good. The Japanese fans apparently like it, so I'm sure we'll see more of him. Dude, Evil's been pushed this. Jeez, okay, you know what? Let's move on. I
It
give it
takes a
four
big mind. It
stars.
takes a big mind to understand evil.
Yeah, I bigger than mine. Yeah. Um, I give it 4 stars. I thought it was pretty good. Really, another really good match. What would you think of the 5-on-5 here?
I gave it a 3.5. I think the best part was David Finlay and Hiromu just kind of throwing each other around.
That
If
was
David
awesome.
sticks,
I think
that'd be a fun tag team.
yes, that would. I continuing over from the World Tag League. Drilla Maloney and Shingo are just an incredible pairing. They work so well together. And then of course Gabe Kidd doing Gabe Kidd stuff is always great. Um, yeah. So then we got into the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Title #1 contenders bout here. El Desperado, Kosei Fujita, Sho, and Taiji Ishimori. El Desperado takes it home, so he will be getting the match with Doki. What'd you think of this 4-way?
I thought it was, oh, not as good as
It was
the
fun.
last match, but it was
Mm-hmm.
fun.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I give it 3.25.
Well, actually,
I thought it was a
actually, um, I gave it 2.5, but this match was very much hated online.
this 4-way.
Yeah,
It did feel out of place. This feels more like a New Year's Dash match or like a New Beginning in Osaka match.
or a road
I mean, I
to
guess you would talk
match,
about like it. What?
or a road to match.
Yeah, or like a road. I think we could give it Road to main event undercard on something like New Beginning or New Year's Dash, but not Wrestle Kingdom. I don't. It didn't. It was a fun time, but it still did not feel very fitting. But it didn't really feel like a Wrestle Kingdom card because of the TV thing. You know what I mean? Like just because it was on TV, this felt like a very different version of Wrestle Kingdom than what we usually get. Um, Especially it only being 8 matches felt light. You know, recently watched
As
Wrestle King. I recently watched
as
Wrestle Kingdom
it is,
5, and that's like 14 matches. Like it, you know what I mean?
last year was 10 too.
Yeah, last year was 10. Um, so it felt like some of the matches did not feel very Wrestle Kingdom-y. Like I said, it was weird to see the Rambo on the main card. Um, yeah, I don't know. This one didn't feel very Wrestle Kingdom-y. I think this is just a TV thing. Do you think this has anything like this says anything about New Japan in 2026 and where we'll see it going? I was going to ask this
I
later,
think
but I
you
guess we
should
can get into it now. It
kill
kind of
Gato.
fits.
Not. I think Gato should be removed from main booking. I think they should just refresh the whole booking team.
You think it should be a booking by committee situation?
It already is.
Oh, okay.
It's
But you're blaming
it's
Gato.
Gato. It's Dick Togo. It's
Mm-hmm. I imagine Tanahashi will be more involved now that he's retired and he's president of the company. Um,
I'd imagine. I feel like the trainers are kind of involved there too. So think like It's Yado, Gato, Dick Togo, and some others.
Mhm. Um, I mean, we've been saying that New Japan's really in a rebuilding phase. I think they finally found their next top guy was Suji. I think they finally crowned him that later on in this show. Um, I think there's a lot of great going on with everybody in Unbound Co. I think United Empire is very promising. Um, the Team DK guys are promising. I don't know. It's interesting though that I mean it's hard to ignore that this show the last two matches were three of the four guys weren't going to be there the next day. You know what I mean? They aren't going to be there at New Beginning.
Yeah,
Um,
it's fair.
so it's tough to say. I feel like I feel better about New Japan right now than I did after Wrestle Kingdom 19, but I still don't feel like it's in a great place. And I don't know if that's booking. I don't know if that's like talent development. I don't know if it just takes some time to bounce back from the wave of losing Osprey and Okada and Jay White and all those guys, but um and now that Naito and Bushi are gone and Hiroshi Tanahashi is retired and I don't know. Do you think it's just booking or do you think there are some other problems here that could be addressed?
A lot of it was booking in the world title and the world title scene for past
Mm,
year. So
yeah.
I mean, outside of the Hiroki Goto stuff, it was pretty. Ugh.
Well, yeah. Like I said about Zack Sabre Jr. earlier, he just doesn't click with the home audience as much as he does with the international audience. And Takeshita was a pretty absent champion. Um, do you think New Japan needs to get more aggressive in the free agent market? Do you think they need to try to bring people over to Japan more that leave when they leave places like AEW or WWE?
They need to
Do they need to tap in more into
build up the young
signing people?
lions hard, hard,
They
hard.
Yeah, definitely need to continue, but that's
This
a
is
long process, whereas signing a Michael Oku before anybody else can grab him, or signing someone who may leave AEW or WWE. I don't know anybody else who's like rumored to be leaving soon. But I think if they got more aggressive in the free agent market instead of being so stuck to just developing talent. I mean, even pulling guys that leave Noah or DDT or Gleet or anywhere else over there and bringing them in
just
would be
taking the
big.
guys. Just take the guys from Glee. Just please end my misery.
Yeah, because I feel like Nakajima could add a lot to their roster, and it feels like that's how everybody else builds out a roster now. I know WWE has NXT, but a lot of the big people are signed from somewhere else still. Ricky Starks, Ethan Page, Joe Hendry, Jordan Grace, all these recent people they're bringing up are signed away. WWE also has a developmental problem, and they have a it's a bunch of old guys that are the main event scene. So that's a whole nother thing. But it feels like New Japan just hasn't adapted to this new wrestling world where people are going to be taken from you, so you have to take from somewhere else too.
You just don't really see it in Japan because of the way it works over there. Like the last time we saw it was what, Shingo? No, Jake Lee. Jake Lee.
Jake Lee, yeah. Jake Lee jumping from Noah to New Japan.
New
Yeah.
Japan after jumping from All Japan to Noah.
Mm.
Really speed ran the Taiji Ishimori route.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that would help them really. I also agree with you that there are booking problems and that some of that needs to be changed and worked on, and it feels like they're really trying to establish a different direction with this Suji reign. Just in what they have Suji out here saying about how the world title will be the main event and how people are going to have to earn title shots, and how the global title will be kind of more for in people coming from other places or him going out to other places and defending that title. Um, I don't know. I hope they figure it out. I think they are on the up. Like I said, I feel better sitting here today than I did recording after Wrestle Kingdom last year, but there's still a lot of work to be done. Do you have anything else on that, or do you want to get back into the Wrestle Kingdom card?
Yeah, you touched on all my points.
Okay. Next up was Evil versus Aaron Wolf. I gave this 3.25. It was fun, but not great. I really love Aaron Wolf's commitment to the young lion bit. What do you think of Wolf's presentation in his first match?
Aura.
I mean, he's doing the
The
young lion, shaved head, plain black trunks. Does this mean we're going to get an Aaron Wolf excursion at some point?
no.
You don't think so?
No. He's like a national hero in Japan. There's no way.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. I don't know. He
It,
did say
it's
that he wants his
it's like if
Olympic
Kurt
slam to be
Angle.
called the ankle slam.
That's so base. That's so based. I am willing
No,
to
I get it. I
claim
mean,
him
he's Kurt Angle.
as best American wrestler since Masahiro Chono.
No, it is Angle, but there's not an excursion like history in American wrestling. So Kurt Angle was never going to go have a year in England or something. You know what I mean? Or in Japan. I mean, eventually he had a year
And
in Japan, but not as like his developmental stage.
he does have the U.S. passport. So
Mm-hmm. He could do. We could see our first like AEW excursion, because that's the kind of guy that I think AEW could fully get behind for like a year and really bring up, and then send him back to New Japan, an international star. Um, but also he doesn't have to
he
leave
would have to
Japan.
learn it. He would have to learn English though.
Not necessarily.
It's fair.
Just stick him in the fucking Don Callis family, dude. Takeshita, Hachisero, those guys barely ever have to talk. They got Don Callis doing it for them.
Teach
I think,
him,
yeah,
bitch.
definitely. Yeah, obviously. I mean, that worked for Okada. But I think it'd be really interesting to see that. But also, there's the non-foreign route. He could do his excursion in All Japan or Noah. You know what I mean? He could be in New Japan for 2026 and then have an excursion to Noah in 2027 and then come back with a gimmick and
Ooh.
like that.
Maybe DDT, but
Oh,
the
that'd
other
be
big
awesome.
two aren't so hot right now.
Oh, dude, his excursion is just him doing DDT shenanigans, fighting a guy dressed as a rhinoceros or whatever happens over there.
And it'd be more enjoyable than the House of Torture.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I thought he was pretty good. I'm excited to see where this goes. He could also just be he could skip Excursion like AJ Styles skipping NXT. You know what I mean?
I think it's what's going to happen. I think it's going to just do that. He's too popular to lose.
Yep. So then we got into the two big matches of the night. First, for the IWGP World and IWGP Global titles, Takeshita versus Yota Tsuji. I thought this was incredible. It was just a shade under a 5 for me. I loved the finish with the Boston Crab and Yota Tsuji, the meaning of that, and like how that's the first hold you learn as a young lion, and him using that to defeat the guy who got here by skipping the young lion system, by going through DDT and then going to America and then coming into New Japan. I thought it was really great. I gave it 4 3/4. I thought it was just a shade under a 5 for me. What'd you think of the world title match?
Well, I did give it a 5.
Yeah.
So
I didn't
but I
notice
think you're
until
right.
someone pointed out later. Takeshita was wearing a red armband for Shinsuke Nakamura. I didn't pick up on that during the match, but he was wearing a Shinsuke style red armband during the match, which I thought was kind of awesome. Since Shinsuke couldn't be there because Triple H is a fascist. Anything else on the world title match, or do you want to get into the final ace here? What everybody was there to see.
Go Ace, go Ace.
So they closed the night with Hiroshi Tanahashi versus probably his second greatest rival, Kazuchika Okada. I gave this 5 stars. This was perfect, an emotional masterpiece. Tanahashi's doing Shibata's what's that? I'm completely forgetting the kick he does, the penalty kick or whatever.
The PK, yeah.
The PK attempting to do Shinsuke's, whole little like setup, and then the fucking God, I can't remember anything. What is Shinsuke's knee called? The Kinshasa, doing the Kinshasa, attempting to do the Kinshasa. Looked, I mean it looked horrible, but at least he tried. What do you think of this and the match first before we get into the ceremony?
It was a fantastic match. It was perfect. Actually, I say it's damn near perfect. I gave it a 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was incredible. It was exactly what you want out of a retirement match. Did you like it more than Cena's retirement?
By far.
Oh, okay. I would say I liked this one more, but not by much. I think I have it closer than you do, but I would definitely give this one more. And then I'll let you go through the ceremony and everybody who showed up. This is more your thing.
1 second, I gotta pull it back up. So Tanahashi's retirement was supposed to be a big deal. So it started with Jay White was the first one,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of assumed that, is Jay White coming down to challenge him? Is that gonna be the real last match? Like,
Yeah, I mean Chono and Muta put that in our heads.
well, it's kind of because it feels like because Chono never got a proper match to end his career. So it's like if Kawada came out, I probably would have popped for this.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and we had Kenny and Kota Ibushi.
Did they come out before
And,
Osprey?
and an Osprey, and then Kenny and Kota Ibushi with
Yeah, just
Kota
the
just being
AEW
a
injured reserve.
fucking idiot. Can we
Dude.
talk about this?
Dude.
Kota Ibushi
He's not going to
walked down
wrestle until 2028.
the entire ramp without a boot, without a crutch, without a scooter without
Yeah, just the brace.
anything.
Just the brace on. Yeah.
As I remember, he broke his like thigh bone.
He broke his femur. Yeah. The
He broke.
hardest bone to break in your body. The worst possible bone to
He's,
break.
he struggled to get down the ramp when it angled. He, I don't know how he got in the ring.
He had to get, it was a lot of help from Despy and El Phantasmo.
Tanahashi looked pissed.
Oh, Tanahashi was so mad, dude.
This is
Everybody was mad. Why is he doing shit like this? He's not going to wrestle for
because
3
he
years, dude.
doesn't believe in medicine.
God damn it. Fucking Kotobushi fucking RFK Jr. subscriber over here, dude.
Oh, it's not even that. It's not even.
But yeah, Ibushi and Kenny made their way down. Who was next? Was Shibata next?
And Shibata's next, and he uses his old theme from when it was him, Shibata, and when it was Shibata, Tanahashi, and Nakamura.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the top three guys in the early
Yeah.
2000s.
They had a little chop battle.
They had a little chop battle. I thought I could have sworn when they were going for the hug that Shibata was going to take him down.
Yeah.
And then after Shibata came.
Was it Shibata right into
Was it
Naito,
Naito?
or is there somebody else we're skipping?
I think it was Shibata and Naito.
After Shibata,
And
oh
this was,
no, Muto and Fujinami.
oh, that's right. Yeah. The guys who couldn't come down the full ramp. Munoz was so funny.
Dude, his face when his music hit and he was like, "Oh shit, that's me."
I feel like
Really
it's
funny.
been so long. It's been so long since he's had to use that music. So I think he just forgot it was his. And the customs. Oh fuck!
Yeah.
And then Fujinami comes
So then
out.
Muto takes a selfie. They take a big picture of everybody that had come in. They take a big picture with everybody who had come down for his retirement, and then the last piece of the puzzle.
Have you seen the picture, the selfie that he took?
Yes, it's incredible.
That's so bad.
It's so funny.
And then the final person when they all are leaving. Destino hits. I'm in my room at 3 in the morning, going like. The song cuts into the awesome new theme. Then Bushi comes out, but everybody thinks it's Naito. I knew it wasn't Naito as soon as he came out. Bushi walks down the ramp, and then Naito comes out, poses, stops, looks at Tanahashi.
Dude,
They cut Tanahashi.
he took so long.
Tanahashi is in the ring,
Naito
pointing at his wrist.
Naito did like a full fucking Undertaker, dude. It was forever. It was like a
He did a full
15-minute. I loved Bushi misting the flowers that he gave Tanahashi.
And
That
then they
was really
gave
funny.
Naito a live mic, which is so funny.
Which is a horrible idea when you're on a time limit. I wonder how much of this did the Japanese broadcast cut off during any of this, or did they have the time?
I think they had a time. I think they had a time.
Okay. But then Naito and Tanahashi did the Lij fist. Naito did not attack him for once. Anything else I'm missing?
I think it's it.
Yeah, it was a. Oh, and then of course the Tanahashi mobile, this is where I stopped. Once that thing started rolling around and I realized it was going to go around the whole bowl, I was like, I'm just going to go to bed. I don't need to see this.
I feel like I'm
You have any
missing
thoughts
out, dude.
on the Ace mobile?
I think it's the future of it's the future of transportation. Get the young lions to push you around everywhere, dude.
Yeah, dude. Uh, yeah. So, anything else you want to say about Tanahashi before we wrap up Wrestle Kingdom?
I want him to not be retired, but I understand it.
Mm.
There's no knees.
How long? When did you first start watching Hiroshi Tanahashi? How long have you been? Well, how long have you been on the Ace train? Because I believe for me, I believe he was on G1 Supercard, and that was where I found him. Let me see here. Yeah, he wrestled Zack Sabre Jr. on the G1 Supercard in April of 2019. So it's been almost 7 years with Tanahashi in my life. I never, I mean, honestly, not ever really at the very top of my New Japan favorites, but I've always respected him, always loved watching him, recognize him as one of the best to ever do it. So it is kind of sad to see him retire. But Shane, I'm sure you had a much deeper, longer, and much longer connection with him.
9 years
So
at the minimum.
the minimum. When did you first start watching New Japan? Because I mean, he's been there our whole lives, so it'd be whenever you first started watching New Japan. I'm sure.
Summer 2016, but I was already kind of watching Ring of Honor before that.
Okay, so you knew him tangentially from Ring of Honor.
Yeah,
So probably 10 plus years.
I'll give you that. Yeah,
So
my
what
first
is
Wrestle
what is
Kingdom
Tanahashi?
was 16. No, not 16.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 16. I said 16 was the first Wrestle Kingdom I saw. Far after it, but
Wait, say Wrestle Kingdom in 2022's Wrestle Kingdom would have been my first. So that would have been, was that 16?
yeah,
No. So wait, that was the first Wrestle Kingdom you watched was 16? You didn't watch any before that?
no, 2016.
2016. Oh, okay. So like Wrestle Kingdom 10.
Yeah,
No. Yeah. This was just 20, right?
mm-hmm.
Yes, Wrestle Kingdom 10. Okay. Okay. I mean, who is Hiroshi Tanahashi to you? What do you have?
The Ace, the guy who I went to Chicago on a whim this April to go see because it would be my only chance to see him again.
Mm,
Um, I bought a ticket to Forbidden Door to see the two guys, Okada and Tanahashi,
mm-hmm.
and both came true. I was so excited to see Punk versus Tanahashi, but Punk had to get hurt. Asshole.
Yeah. 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 Um, anything else? All right.
No, I mean,
Tape tape up the light tubes. Take the door off its hinges. It's time for Shane's GCW corner.
we had to say goodbye to poor old Matt Cardona. I'm so sad that Amasai is gone. Good for him. But there was
Did he
that
have
show in
a?
Chicago.
Was he actively a champion in GCW, or was that a different company where he had to drop a title?
Different company. Let me go see the titles he has. He was he, he was the awesome championship wrestling heavyweight champion
Someone stole my acronym
again
again.
because Jason, the sexiest man in the world, stole it first, and then somebody
Oh, that's right.
stole it after that. Yeah. He was the World Series Wrestling World Champion, which is in Australia, but has
Mm-hmm.
been held by exclusively Americans.
Yep.
There he was the internet champion
Mm-hmm.
that's now inactive.
Yeah, because he can't bring that in WWE because God forbid anybody gets over on their own.
He is the Qatar Pro Wrestling Middle East champion,
Well, he could probably still defend that one in WWE. I imagine they're cool with that.
and he is still currently to this day the JCW Lunacy World Heavyweight Champion.
Wow. So he's not going to drop the Juggalo. He's going to take the Juggalo title from their company.
I mean, until no, no, he's not because I know exactly what their booker's gonna do, bro.
Oh, it's Vince Russo. He's going to put it on
It's
himself.
been it's probably
All right. And so yeah, Cardona's gone. Anything else in GCW world
there was that
this week?
show in Chicago, which was just a deathmatch show. It was all good. It was pretty whatever. Um, there was, of course, upcoming in Dallas, Wichita. In Dallas, it's Kogar versus Manders for the title.
Mm-hmm.
So you might see the friends explode. You might see Effie and Manders get into it.
And in Wichita or in Texas?
Yeah, Wichita.
In Wichita, you think so?
And then
Yeah, looks like for Wichita, we got a title match announced. Did you see that? It's
yeah, isn't it? It's
Kogar and Priscilla Kelly.
yeah, which will be fine. It'll be a good match.
Mm-hmm. But we're getting Samurai Del Sol and Vingador,
You're getting some
which
lucha
I'm
shit.
pumped for. Getting some lucha shit, which I'm so excited for. Yeah.
um, and the collective was announced. The full schedule was announced for the collective.
Oh, was it really?
Yes, it starts on Wednesday, April 15th, with Podermania, then Dragon Gate, then Hybrid Wrestling, Progress, and New Japan
What?
will be yeah, New Japan by way of the Death Vegas Invitational.
Oh, yeah, that's right. This is an El Desperado production. All right, so
Mark
wait,
Hitchcock.
real quick. Every time there's a blood sport, we talk about who Josh Barnett should wrestle. Who should Despy wrestle at the Vegas Death Pain? I mean, there's a guy that lives in
with
Vegas that would be an incredible choice, and I'm not talking about Sabu.
with the show right after it, it kind of threw who I wanted into the air of
Who did you
not
want?
facing him. I wanted him to Nick Gage.
Oh, okay.
But with the show right after that being the MDK Fight Club, I don't think it's gonna happen.
John Moxley lives in Las Vegas. He's right there.
If they can swing it, where's Dynamite? They announced Dynamite that far out?
I don't know. I can look at it. What else is on the what else is on the docket for the collective?
The World on Lucha,
Mm-hmm.
Ring Your Locos, Crazy Lucha Show, Spring Break 10. Unfortunately, the Juggalos.
They only have Dynamite announced out to April 8th. Or
Where's
that's
that
the
at?
latest Dynamite they have announced is April 8th. That's going to be in Edmonton because Dynasty is in Vancouver.
Ooh,
But that's Western Canada. That's not that far.
that's true. That's true.
That's
The
yeah.
only
That's
thing,
not like
the only
Toronto or
thing I think
Montreal. That's
the
because
only
wait,
thing I don't really
is the
like
Vegas one on Wednesday night?
Thursday night.
Thursday night?
Yeah,
I can't imagine they'll stray too far from Vegas after the Vancouver pay per view. Like they'll probably be in like the Pacific Northwest after that pay per view. They might Seattle or Portland or maybe down as far as like Sacramento, or San Francisco or something. Like they could be pretty close to Vegas. I think it's possible. I think we could get Mox Despy at the Death Pain. And I think if he's still champion, he would put the Continental title on the line.
kind of throw the line on a death match.
Yeah, dude, straight up. This is John Moxley we're talking about. All
That's fair. Um,
right, anything else?
well, the only thing I'm disappointed in is that DDT and TDPW aren't coming over this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But God,
that
who
is
knows
unfortunate.
about what's going to happen next year?
Is there a blood sport announced for the collective?
Yes,
Yeah, next year's the real interesting one. What happens when everything's in Saudi? I still think they should just do the collective in New Orleans. Give the New Orleans wrestling fans that got WrestleMania pulled from them something. And yeah, I don't know. I think that'd be what I would want.
it's gonna have to be somewhere with a scene that can support it. And it's not gonna have any of the international things.
So it's going to have to be like Chicago or LA or something like that.
It'll be Atlantic City. It'll be Atlantic City.
Atlantic City. I could see Texas holding it down. I think they could maybe do one in Texas too if they wanted to. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Anything else from GCW, or is that it?
That's all I got.
All right. On to our favorite things of the week. This, of course, is where Shane gives out the gold, silver, and bronze handshake. I'll give out the gold, silver, and bronze hot dog. Shane, what are you giving the bronze handshake to this week?
Gonna give it to Aaron Wolf's debut.
Okay. For me, the bronze is going to go to Shuri versus Saya Kamatani. What gets the silver handshake, Shane? I think we might
The
have the
Yoda
same time.
Suji. Yeah, we probably do.
Yeah. Tsuji versus Takeshita, that's mine as well. And then the gold.
Tanahashi.
Yep. Yeah. Tanahashi versus Okada, and then the whole ceremony is kind of what I did. Yeah, that was definitely the best thing this week. Onto the lightning round. This is, of course, where I will tell Shane what matches we're going to see this week. He'll give me his excitement on a scale of 1 to 10, starting with Bandito versus Sammy Guevara for the Ring of Honor title on Dynamite. 1 to 10, what do you got? Yeah, it's fair. Toni Storm versus Marina Shafir.
An 8.
Okay. John Moxley versus Shelton Benjamin.
A 9.
That's a 10 for me. That's a 10 for me. Adam Page and Swerve Strickland versus Powerhouse Hobbs and Hook in a lights out match.
6.
Okay. On to SmackDown. We usually skip SmackDown, but I want to know your thoughts on Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, 3 Stages of Hell. Are you interested in
Like
this
a
at all?
7.
Okay.
I'll give it a 7.
Okay.
I like the
That's fair.
idea of taking 3 stages to hell, but we're gonna see how well this one goes.
Yeah, we'll see. On Collision, Mark Briscoe versus Hechicero for the TNT title.
Look at 8.
Okay. And finally, from Monday Night Raw, AJ Styles versus Gunther.
Another 8.
All right. What would be your Ty Dillinger 10 of the week? What would you say is the best, the most exciting one? Is it Mox and Shelton?
Yeah.
All right. Wrestling Would You Rather of the week. All right. New segment every week at the end of the show. I'm going to make you think, make you make a decision. For the first one, would you rather? The first one ever. There's not multiple today, just one each week. But here, would you rather make Cody Rhodes money but have Mark Davis's position in wrestling? So you're making as much money as Cody Rhodes, but you're like the 6th guy at best in the Don Callis family? Or have Cody Rhodes's position in wrestling, but you only make Mark Davis money? Which
So
honestly, we don't know what that figure is.
would I rather be in Japan as a main eventer or in the WWE as an opener?
What is Mark Davis main eventing in Japan? When did that happen?
Well, no. It's like the main event in Japan is the money.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've always been more of a ring work guy or popularity guy. I'd say the level of Cody with the money of Mark Davis.
Okay. So you'd want to be like WWE champion, face of the company, all of that, all the responsibility. You're doing a fucking podcast. You're Cody Rhodes. You're in the Cody Rhodes seat, but you're only going to get paid as much as whatever the 6th guy on the Don Callis family roster makes. Because you got to take
Yeah,
that
I'm
into it
fine with
too.
that.
Cody Rhodes has a lot of responsibilities. All right. I think that's what I would pick too. I think just I'd want the TV time more than the money, but it would be kind of disappointing sometimes, I think, to realize how much you're doing and how little you're getting paid for it. Classic reviews. Our last classic that we had out was The Massacre on 34th Street. Tune in later this week. We're going to do Wrestle One Grand Prix, the original Wrestle One that just collapsed after 2 shows. So check that out. And as always, as we go into this new year, remember to enjoy wrestling.